Evening YouTube, Holy Sasquatch here. Sunday, July 19th. And 7 days later, after having started the Washington backcountry discovery route solo, me and Thumper over there, I completed my journey yesterday about I think it was about 1:10 in the afternoon. I made it up to Nighthawk in the Canadian border. And tonight, I'm sitting, turn around, back down here in Gifford National Forest. I figured that sitting down here at my favorite camping spot was a fitting way to end the trip en route home to Olympia from where I started last Sunday. So there you go, my trip. Man, I don't even know where to begin. It was a hell of an adventure. Heck, it was a hell of an adventure. It was an epic adventure. It was amazing in so many ways, and it was challenging in so many other ways for me personally. I don't even know. I can tell you that I'm worn out, and that I have no idea how, like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but on YouTube there's a couple of guys who tried to do it in 24 hours, which included riding at night with like bright LEDs on their motorcycles. They ended up doing it like 25 hours. Holy moly, I don't even know how you could do that. But anyways, yeah. So I took off Sunday from Olympia, and I took I-5 all the way down, and I'm sure I got a bunch of video footage too. I was able to film. I got 128 gigabytes of memory. I filled up this little memory card I bought. I got a camera for my helmet. Anyways, I filled up that memory card, and then I filled up a little bit more on this other one, so I got a lot of video footage. I got to figure out how to, like, I don't know anything about editing, so this will be interesting. But anyways, I got a lot of video footage, took some great pictures, and yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about. I'm kind of rambling. But oh yeah, so I don't know what all I said on the video, so at some point, some of what I say this evening may be redundant, but at this juncture, I don't know. But I started on last Sunday. I left Olympia and slabbed it down to Stevenson, and I stayed at a campground called Panther Creek. And then Monday morning, I packed up my stuff and hit the road, and I hit the trail rather, to start the Washington backcountry discovery route. And I went all the way down to Stevenson. I didn't cross over the Bridge of the Gods. I'm not going to Oregon and then coming back just to start a ride. I know where it's at. So I rolled up through Stevenson and headed up north that way. And I got to ride on some amazing roads in Gifford. I've been on a lot of the roads in Gifford, but the trail here that the BDR goes through, some of those roads were just incredible, and I really enjoyed riding them. I like Gifford in general. Well, I love it, to tell you the truth. But so section 1 was cool, and I ended up spending the night at Killing Creek, and I was there by myself. And then Tuesday night, I guess I better not try to do that because it'll take me too long to remember all the places I stopped and stayed. But anyways, so the whole adventure was pretty amazing. I don't even know. I think if you get the opportunity, you should do it. But at the same time, it is challenging. That's for sure. Man, there's some crazy stuff in there too. There's like this moon dust in one part. See, I'll just ramble, dude. I don't even know. And I don't even know what section that was in. It was after Lake Chelan. Section 5. You're like riding through this. It's like sand, but it ain't sand. It's like powdered sugar, moon dust. It just flies up. It's like comes off your front tire, man. Like off like a wake off the bow of a boat, dude. I don't even know what that stuff is. It's crazy to ride in. But yeah, there's all kinds of terrain from like, you know, not groom, but you know, nice fire roads, back roads to sand, to sand with rocks you can't see underneath it. I mean, the terrain is just incredible, and it goes up and down and all over the place, but the views and the forest that you get to see along the way are absolutely amazing. And I'm telling you what, it's something hardly anybody gets to see it, just the people who go and do this here. So I feel very fortunate. I'm humbled and I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to be able to do it, that I was in a position to be able to go and do it. But I don't know how people like do it in any short period of time, like 3 days or whatever. I guess that's one of the things I kept thinking about, because I was riding. Now, you know, it's all skill level, right? And I don't claim to be the expert dirt bike rider, because I ain't. I just got thumper. But I've done my fair share of riding. If I hadn't, I wouldn't be sitting here right now, I can tell you that. Holy moly. So yeah, but I rode 100 miles a day. I think it was Tuesday. That was the day I rode Bethel Ridge. That day kicked my ass. I rode for 10 hours that day. I forgot when I started. I think I started at 9 in the morning and I finished at 7 at night in the Weenus Valley. Holy moly, that was a heck of a day. And I'm not used to dry camping, so logistics was an issue for me, because I got this little water filter and I just pump my water, but you got to be mindful of it. And I'll tell you what, once you hit like, well, a whole bunch of this route, I mean, most of it is on the east side of the mountains, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just not used to dry camping. So anyways, but yeah, day 2 kind of whooped me. I got rode hard and put up wet, and I was grateful just to be able to put up my tent and go to sleep. I was so tired I couldn't even cook dinner. All I wanted to do was just drink water and go to bed. And then what was after that? I don't even know. That's what I'm saying. The whole thing's like, it's not a blur, but I've been riding for 7 days. 7 days camping and riding for 7 days straight, and I'm looking forward to going home. So I don't know, at this juncture, I don't know if I can sit here and give you any great detail. I can tell you that I'm just trying to think, man. Okay, here's a story. This is day 2. You want to hear about the day I got my ass whooped? I'll tell you. It was humbling, and that's cool. I don't mind being humbled. It builds character, and I got lots of room for character building. We all do. But anyway, so yeah, it had to be day 2. It was already getting warm, and I'm not a fan of the heat, and so that's something else that wears on you after a while. This whole thing, it's like cumulative, just like hiking or anything. When you do stuff like that, after a while it starts to wear on you and you just get a little bit tired. But anyways, day 2 we were obviously just getting going, but it was warm, and I'm stopping over there and taking signs at Bethel Ridge, and I'm all stoked to get going. And no, I didn't even know there was a bypass for section 2. That being said, I'm thinking I'm going up on Bethel Ridge and I'm checking out the views. I know it's rocky, I've seen the videos and whatever. So I start rolling up there, and I don't know where it was on there, but somewhere I came upon, everything was like pretty mellow for a while. And then I came around the corner, it flattened out, and I was thinking, and I kind of slowed down. I'm thinking, man, this would be a nice place to camp. And then I just kept on going, and not too far after that, there's just like a long grade that goes uphill. And I didn't realize, it's bright out and it don't matter, but I didn't realize the size of the rocks on this little section. Well, little my ass. It was like a 1/4 mile run uphill. A long run. And so I was just kind of getting going again after looking at that little spot. And I came around the corner and started going up this little hill. And anyways, all it took was 1 second, and I went, holy moly, look at that. And man, I squatted Thumper right into the shit, and it's like these big rocks. It must be similar to Baby Head Hill, which I could talk about later, but I did bypass that. After the adventure I had on day 2, I didn't want nothing to do with Baby Head Hill. And it wouldn't have worked out anyways, because this is an adventure, and having an idea what you want to do and what happens are 2 different things. But anyway, so yeah, I squatted Thumper, and I just started going up this hill, which I was grateful for, but I was probably, man, I must have been 60 yards. I don't know, I had started going up anyways. I kind of screwed myself and was just sitting there, and I was thinking I need to back up, or at least be mindful of what I do from this juncture, because if I really bury it, I'm in trouble. And I was just sitting there in the baking sun, so I just shut the bike off, and I sat there for a minute, and I thought, boy, I need to back it up if I can, or if I could just get a little bit of traction to get going, I can make it up this hill. So I tried to back it up for about a millisecond. That wasn't going to work at all. So I gave her a long look, fired Thumper back up, and just started going. Tractored out of there, got my feet on the pegs, and that was a hell of a hill, really, for me. Man, it was kind of crazy. But anyways, that was my first experience with big rocks like that. Made it up that hill and was feeling pretty confident, and made it, and then got up to the top of Bethel Ridge. I don't want to ramble too long, but Bethel Ridge is rocky and slow, but the views are incredible. And then somewhere after that, I don't recall, but I was going downhill with rocks that were similar to the rocks that gave me a little bit of an issue earlier in the morning. And it's right, I'll tell you that in a minute. But anyways, so the day was getting longer and it was getting hotter, and I was tired, or getting tired. And I started this downhill section with these big ass rocks. And I was doing all right for a minute, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't even know. I looked down. I'm not sure what happened, to tell you the truth. But anyways, this is a fairly steep grade, and I was in the right track. Next thing I knew, the front end just fucking went wonky, and I ended up I laid the bike down right on the left, and hit the dirt, or the rocks rather, the dirt and the sand. But yeah, I went over a little road, and I popped back up, and right away my knees were sore, and I was thinking, holy moly, that just sucked ass, dude. I turned around and I looked at Thumper, and it basically just fell over on its left side, which was good as far as I was concerned. But anyways, yeah, at that juncture I realized that the steepness of the grade I was on and the size of the boulders, because I was like, I was down on my knees looking at them, and I'm thinking, holy moly, look at the size of these things. And then I looked over at Thumper, made sure my phone was still on the little clip holder thing and whatever. Made sure everything looked all right just from the way it was, but I picked it up right away. The bad news, the radiator's on that side, and so I was a little bit worried, but the crash guards did their job. Everything did its job. I broke my turn signal a little bit. It's kind of bent, but that's just from the bags. But the bike was basically unharmed. I was unharmed, and I was just grateful to be sitting there on that hill, sweating my ass off, going, now I got to pick my bike up all by myself in the middle of nowhere. But anyways, I was worried about the radiator, and luckily everything was all right. But yeah, I picked it right back up, and I can't say it was easy, but it wasn't hard either. You just do what you got to do. And then I mounted back up and got going again, and I thought, man, that kind of sucked. I hope there's not too much more of this. And then just around the corner, there was another section of the same thing, just a little bit shorter though. Same type of boulders. And I successfully navigated those, but was worn out. And just after that, it drops down into a flat, and there's a sign in the middle of nowhere. I forget what it says. I got a picture of it. But right before that sign, and then it's like the road splits off in like several directions. I can't say 3, I'm not sure. But anyways, it has something to do with that sign there. Right before that sign, there's a beautiful tree and the most amazing patch of shade a fella could ever want. And so I pulled over right there, and I just sat there for like 15 minutes and took a break and had a snack and drank some water. And I'm telling you what, that was something, dude. Falling on a hill like that is not fun. But yeah, so I did all that, and then I had to keep on going, and I don't know. Day 2 or section 2 kind of whooped me, but that's when I ended up in Venus Valley with not a lot of water. But yeah, anyways, I rode for 10 hours that day. And like I said, was just grateful to have a patch of ground to put my tent on and go to sleep, because I was just worn out. But that was definitely probably one of the harder days. I had another hard day. Holy 15 minutes. Maybe I better cut this off. We'll leave it right there. So that was day 2. Rode hard and put up wet on day 2. But yeah, so I don't know, man. It's challenging, but so amazing. I'm telling you what, this state is just incredible. I just rode it from the south to the north, all the way up to the Canadian border. I've seen shit I ain't never seen, dude. I don't even know. I'm humbled. I'm truly humbled to have been able to do that. I'm grateful that I did it safely. I did it by myself. I don't know if a lot of people do that. I saw some guys on the trail, a couple people. Well, anyways, that was the lady where I ate a hamburger. She's like, oh, you did it. She was like shocked I did it by myself. You did that all by yourself? And then I seen some guys on the trail yesterday, right up when we were getting close to the border. There was a group of guys, but I met 2 of them up at an intersection. I was talking to them for a bit. They were riding a section of the BDR, and they asked me what I was doing, so I told them and how long I've been riding and stuff. And he's like, you're doing it alone? And I don't know why, that just struck me odd, I guess. I don't know how else I'd do it. So anyways, yeah, incredible adventure. I did do it alone, but that was like what made it the adventure, you know what I mean? It's just me, Mother Nature, just like always. It's just me out here doing my thing. That's all I was doing. And yeah, so I'm just humbled and grateful to be sitting here and saying that I completed it, man. And yeah, it was absolutely freaking epic. Absolutely freaking epic. That's all I gotta say. And my fire's going out. I didn't really want to have a big fire anyways. It's warm, but I wanted to let you guys know that I completed my journey. I said I set a goal, and I said I was gonna go and do something, and that's just what I did. I got a couple notches under my belt, and yeah, things that used to be above my pay grade, now I guess they're not. Crazy, rugged, beautiful country. Absolutely amazing. So I'm riding home tomorrow, back to my family. I'm looking forward to seeing them and looking at some of the video footage I got. I got hours and hours of footage. So anyways, I'd like to thank you all for subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. I know this isn't Sasquatch related, but it's me, same guy making the Sasquatch videos, just out doing his thing. So when I get a chance to get some of this stuff uploaded, I hope you guys will watch it. And in the interim, I'd just like to say thanks again. And yeah, I don't know, if you ever get a chance to do the Washington Backcountry Discovery Route, do some planning. Oh yeah, with that, let me just say thank you to my wife. She helped me with the planning, as far as like trying to help me figure out logistically where I was gonna maybe try and camp, and because I camped the whole way, dude. I didn't do any motels or any shit like that. It's just me in the woods for a week. That's the other reason I wanted to come back down here to my original spot, because man, it has been so warm, and I'm telling you what, I got in the river today as soon as I got here. That was that, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, do some planning. thanks to my wife for her planning and helping me plan my route. I would not have been able to do it without her. She wrote all this stuff down, and after days of riding, I would just pull out that piece of paper and I'd just look at it and I'd just like, where am I going? So, anyways, the best adventures wear you out, and they'll humble you. So thank you, and until my next video, Holy Sasquatch out.